Hello, it's Prince Easy, and well, you know, I don't need to say anything. All I can say is this, It's that right there that you see, Psalms 34:14. Okay, Zion to EAC. Okay, speaking speaking as a person who has everything to lose. And yet everything to gain, it will be crucial for people to remember that. That's all I can say about it. Okay? That's all I can say about it. Okay? Now, I don't know. Maybe there are hopes or whatever. But they're only possible if people keep partaking of that wine from the hole. They keep partaking of that wine, then the results will always be the same. Okay? So you read that scripture. It's an eye opener, trust me. Okay, on the other side of this segment I like to call narrative control, let's talk about reparations. I was currently watching this episode of Dave Chappelle show, episode 1, season 1, episode 4. I think it talks about what really will happen if these so-called reparations were played. Okay, I'm just chiming in. Okay, you know what I think about these quote-unquote reparations. Okay, they're just there to make you feel included, but in reality the question still remains: if people over there in Babylon, niggers, right, giving all this money, what do you think they're gonna spend it on? They're gonna give it right back to Babylon, on one way or the other. It's not gonna benefit Zion. Rarely is that gonna happen, because they don't even know Zion exists in the first place. You see how perfect this situation is. Okay, but it's a test, like those old African stories where a child leaves the village, gathers a lot of wealth, and then forgets to come back, and then a huge problem happens to them. Now they have to come back really poor. It's like the Mwanampotevu in the scripture, yeah? I want my inheritance. The father gave him the inheritance. Went out there, squandered it. Now he's eating with the pigs. But again, they will rejoice for them being back. Yeah? We will rejoice either way. Yeah? So that's just part of the narrative control. They're trying to control the narrative. Okay? On one side, they are keeping Zion at bay. And this side, they are keeping the people from exodizing. What? You get it? From moving from Babylon to Zion. They try to keep people from moving from Zion, from Babylon to Zion. They want to keep people in Babylon. Okay? It's your option. It's your option. It's your choice, to be precise. You either choose to remain in Babylon spiritually and physically, or you can move to Zion. Okay, that's just my proposal. Okay, and there's this talk of, I don't know, because now there is this supposed African reawakening, and of course they are trying to take over the whole situation, right? We have seen what is happening in northern part of Africa, right? They are playing along with them taking over this narrative. Okay, this narrative of ankh wearing, pyramid praising, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's literally the pop culture is saturated with African culture because they are trying to take over the formation of Zion, trying to influence Zion from within ideologically. Okay, so all of this nonsense of, I don't know, going back to our ancestors, this talk about, I don't know, familiars, or going back to our roots, living like our forefathers did. Don't get me wrong, there are good aspects to the life they were living, and there are also terrible aspects. And I never hear people making a distinction between the two. They just want to go back because they feel a certain way about Christianity, or they feel a certain way about Islam, or I don't know. Okay, that type of reasoning cannot, it needs to be questioned. Okay, for those people who are yearning to go back to Zion, that's not Zion. Okay, those ideologies are not sustainable because they are Babylon. Okay, just because the Romans did not reach over here does not mean the devil was not powerful over here. Okay, the devil is not has no residence. It's a spirit. Okay, so Babylon was the entire world. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Babylon was the entire world, in spite of, I don't know, even people in the middle of the Amazon. If you look at what they are doing with their supposed ancestors, you'll see that it is literally Babylon all over again. So it is the same spirit. Okay, and if these supposed ancestors want to argue with that, tell them to find me. I will show them how to argue about them. So do not go back to this witchcraft and sorcery. Okay? Do not go back to this witchcraft and sorcery. Where, I don't know, we did all of these bizarre things for gods we did not know. Yeah, now we know God. That's the difference. So the punishment is also very real. Okay, so you better watch out for the infiltrators. Okay, it's all about narrative control right now. Okay, it's all about narrative control. Be careful now. Babylon is falling. Okay, and it's trying to have a control dive. A control dive, they wanna say, but nah, it's gonna crash. Okay, it's gonna crash. They know it, we know it. Okay, so you better not crash down with it. Just my warning. Okay, and you can be in Zion and still collapse with Babylon because you are connected to it in a spiritual. Okay, these two things work together in tandem, and they are both important. This world that we live in and the spiritual world, they are both important. Okay, not one more important than the other. That's not my place. Okay, it's a case by case type of situation, right? But these two realities exist and cannot be ignored. And whatever belief system that Babylon is trying to infiltrate using influencers and this and that, we should be really, really careful. We should really be careful. Okay, that's why I use that statement. Okay, just listen. Listen to the prince. That's all you have to do. There's a lot of noise out there. I'm very familiar with the noise. Believe me. I've heard a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. So let's be careful. Okay? Let's be careful. So all of these things that are flaring up even within the church today, they're all because of narrative control. They're all narrative control. So do not be hooked to the deception of them trying to retell the truth in their own vision. Okay? It's the same as just remaking the minds of the people in their own image, and that cannot be allowed to happen. Okay? So I will do my responsibility as the prince to Zion, as I've always have, as I've been doing, as I will do. And you, Zion, your responsibility is to just to listen. That's all you have to do, is to listen. Okay? So, yeah. So, I came across this, and all I can say about this is that. You see that? Yeah, that's all I can say about that. It's that. Okay? So, what is this retelling? Okay? In the last couple weeks, they talked about, I don't know, there is a hole in the sun. Yes? 4 months ago, there's another event about the sun. Even going back 7 months back also. There are even 4 further more events about the sun. But let me tell you about it. Okay? It's all about this situation here. A magnetic storm. Okay? A magnetic storm. They can create a magnetic storm that will cause damage. Okay? Hacking is hard. Hard and expensive, and sometimes why don't you just supercharge the quote-unquote ionosphere and cause a geological storm to fry every device. It's crazy, yeah, but here it is. Okay, so the biggest symbol or biggest sign, okay, I'm not powerful, okay, I'm not, that's too much power, right? That's too much electricity to the sky. Okay, I can make fire clouds. Yeah, that's the proof, that's the covenant showing itself, right? Fire clouds. But I'm not talking about, I don't know, the auroras. Yeah, like it says here. Yeah, the aurora borealis were seen all over the world. Yeah, right now they are just seen at the supposed poles, but this time they were seen everywhere, right? So if you see these green lights in the sky, protect the grid. Protect the grid. A geostorm is coming, okay? The geostorm is coming, and they're telling people about it, but again, people are not listening. Yeah? They're gonna say it's the sun, it's the sun, it's the sun, but no. It's not the sun. It's technology. It's them playing with things they don't understand. Or they do understand, but they intend to destroy. So yeah. Archie. Interesting, right? Archie McPhee. How about that? This is another familiar picture, right? So they are telling people something. They are painting a story. Okay, and if you look at this, you will understand the story. Yeah? Even this. What do they say? Fear your? So they've been knowing about this. Yeah? He being knowing about this, but he ain't saying nothing to you about it ever, because he done sign the whole deployment of this weapon on you in the first place. Yeah? He said 5G, 6G and beyond. Yeah. What do you think that is talking about? Do you think it's about your Wi-Fi speed? No, it's not about your Wi-Fi speed. It's about something else. So this is the most bogus explanation I've ever seen trying to explain this phenomenon. I mean, look at even the picture they have over here. Like, really? Are you crazy? This starts and this follows, yeah? So they are giving their opinion in the whole situation. Like, really? Like they know something about it. They know nothing. So, let me not talk so long. I've said a lot. You have seen a lot. Just listen. That's all I ask, Zion. Just listen. And of course, that Psalms. Don't forget that Psalms. Prince Easy, General Easy, signing out. I love you. Bye.